Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you clicking on that video as always. And we are back with another Burlington haul. I am really excited because I have two fragrances here that I've wanted to try for quite some time. One of them has been much more available at Burlington, but I just kept passing it by, which I'm not sure why, because I'm absolutely in love with this line. It's one of the best budget lines, if not the best budget line from a quality standpoint, a scent standpoint. This line is incredible. So I don't know why I had been passing this one up. Finally trying it today. In addition to that, I also found a more rare find for this particular line, one that I haven't been seen in over a year. And I just came across it. So my guess is where we're getting closer to the holiday, you're gonna start seeing these things pop up at your rack store. So be sure to check them out. I just did a video of my most recent rack store haul and the shelves were completely stacked. So this was no exception. So of course, the two fragrances that I am talking about today, the first one being Banana Republic's Dark Cherry and Amber, and the other being Banana Republic's Oud Mosaic. Now, both of these fragrances are through Banana Republic's Icon line, so I'm excited to dig in, try these. I have not tried either one. Oud Mosaic, I'm really excited about. From what I hear, it's a really great entry-level oud for many people. So let's get started with the testing. I am gonna start with Dark Cherry and Amber. So Dark Cherry and Amber, I gotta be honest, the first impression I get just from the bottle is that it just looks very medicinal to me, almost like what you would expect from like a cough syrup or something. It has that sort of deep, rich, almost blood-like color to it, which I really like the bottle and I like the presentation. I've always been a fan of the presentation of the Icon line. So some of my favorites from the house are Tobacco and Tonka Bean, Vintage Green. This was released around the same time as Tobacco and Tonka Bean, which I love that fragrance, one of the best budget fragrances you can buy in my opinion. So I'm excited to try this one. I'm gonna put it directly on skin. Let's just check out the atomizer. So these aren't the best atomizers. However, the rest of the presentation is, you know, heavy cap. Yeah, very nice. So, okay, in the air, this was something that I was sort of questioning when it came to this fragrance. How masculine would it be? How unisex would this fragrance be? In the air, it's coming across as feminine to me. Not sure why. I don't know what's in here. I'm gonna put this on skin, see what I pick up. Immediately, I would imagine this is more appropriate for a female. Anybody can wear anything, so I'm not saying men, you can't wear this. And this may change once I put it on skin, so let's try it. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm getting that cherry note immediately. It's very sweet, what you imagine as being that sort of synthetic cherry. It doesn't smell very natural to me. But when I say synthetic, I don't mean that it smells bad or it smells annoying. It's pleasant. Definitely cherry though. I'm not really picking up much more. I would say that it is less feminine on skin than what I was getting from the air. So I will go back to this. I will check out the notes. First impressions, just a blast of cherry and some sweetness. There may be other florals in there that I'm picking up now, but overall, it's okay. I'm not that impressed with this fragrance on first impressions. It's just okay. So let me open up Oud Mosaic. I will put that on my hand and give that a try and see what I think. So Oud Mosaic, much like the other presentations, nothing different here, just Oud Mosaic number 17 from Banana Republic. And I'm excited to try this one. This one was for a long time available, widely available in most rack stores, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, and then it disappeared. You could not find it anywhere. It's one of the, I guess, more hyped, more popular fragrances from this particular line. Typical atomizer, not great, but wow, okay. In the air, wow. Strong stuff, very medicinal in the air. But I'm picking up that oud. So yeah, there's no denying this. That's oud. Okay, so along with that woody medicinal oud, I'm also getting what might be a citrus in here. It's getting smoky. It's sort of settling very quickly because immediately, as I said, when I first sprayed it, very medicinal. Wow, this is a very classy smelling scent. This is surprising. I shouldn't say surprising because I love this line. Who is gonna appeal to this scent? Who is gonna like this? Whether it be someone close to you or yourself. This is a risk because this is not for everyone. I can tell you right now immediately, this scent is not for everyone. With that being said, I like it. Far more interesting than Dark Cherry and Amber. And I have to say, I understand sort of the hype surrounding Oud Mosaic. It's very, for this price, for $22, I'm blown away from what I'm getting from a quality standpoint and just overall smell and presentation. It's a wow for me right now. With that being said, the scent profile, I'm not a massive fan of. It's very medicinal. I'm getting a lot of that oud. It's a risk. This is not going to be liked by everyone. And it's not something that I'm used to wearing. I would find myself struggling to find an occasion to wear this. However, I think it is a classy fragrance. It's something that is best suited for being well dressed, maybe an event, something like that. Some describe this as barnyardy. I'm not getting any of that. I don't think this is barnyardy at all. Yeah, both of these fragrances, if you are unaware, were perfumed by Claude Deer, and Claude Deer has done some of my favorite fragrances, specifically from the house of Zaharoff. He has done most of the fragrances for Zaharoff, and I have not smelled a bad fragrance of Zaharoff, and most of those, as I said, were perfumed by Claude Deer. Very unique fragrance, very different for any designer. This is one of the most risky fragrances. I mean, I have to say, I've not smelled any high-end designer, because I wouldn't consider Banana Republic as a high-end designer, you know, like a Chanel or a Dior, but mid-level sort of designer fragrance. Well done to Banana Republic for putting something like this out. It's so different. It's so unique. I really can't compare this to anything. I don't really have anything that I've smelled that smells quite like this. I'm going to go back to the Dark Cherry and Amber and see if that's changed at all on my skin. So far, I don't have high expectations for it. I'm not that crazy about it. Yeah, so on my skin, it's very faint. Probably the most disappointing Banana Republic fragrance that I've smelled to date. It's not bad. It's just nothing special. Probably not something I would recommend going out and grabbing. Tobacco and Tonkamine, far better fragrance than Dark Cherry and Amber, in my opinion. Just much more depth and more interesting aspects to that fragrance. But Oud Mosaic, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I like it. I like it for the artistic experience that it presents. I like it that it's different, that it's unique and not something that I've smelled before. For that reason, I do like it. This is a fragrance that I'm going to have to live with for a little while. See how I grow to love it. This is a perfect example of spending a time with a fragrance that you might not be that immediately crazy about, that because it's so different and unique that you aren't sure if you like it or not. But what I can say, as I've said, I think already, is that having smelled so many fragrances, this is a pleasant surprise. So between the two, without question, I would say Oud Mosaic is the one worth your money in trying out. But yeah, just super impressed. Really quickly, the notes for Dark Cherry and Amber: the top notes, Sour Cherry and Pink Freesia. Mid notes are Cherry Blossom and Praline. And the base notes are Red Amber and Cedar. And the notes for number 17, Oud Mosaic: top notes are Plum, Cardamom, and White Pepper. Mid notes are Turkish Rose, Saffron, and Labdanum. And the base notes are Agarwood, Amber, and Musk. I would absolutely consider Oud Mosaic as a unisex fragrance. And as well, Dark Cherry and Amber is also a unisex fragrance. It's a little less feminine on skin as it dries down, but very faint, and it's barely there, to be honest. So I don't know how heavy you have to spray this, but I'm not getting a lot of it. But the Oud Mosaic, very pronounced. I would imagine this to be a great performer, probably one of the better performing fragrances from the Icon line. So I'm curious to test this out a little bit more. Again, I'm not crazy about this scent profile, but I appreciate it for what it is. That's all I have today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you have tried Dark Cherry and Amber or Oud Mosaic from the House of Banana Republic. I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts are on them. If you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.